What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Zero Lab. Today we're taking a look at a really fun deck in Pokemon TCG Pocket that is with the new Meowscarada from the Shining Revelry set. This card is super fun and great great art rare of it as well. In the set, the Meowscarada is a stage 2 grass type Pokemon with 140 HP and the Fighting Claws attack for 2 grass energy. Does 60 damage, and if your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, this attack does 70 more damage. So 130 damage onto EXs. That's pretty good damage output. We can boost that damage output with the new red supporter, where our attacks against our opponent's active Pokemon EX do 20 more damage. So we can do 150 with the Meowscarada. But obviously it is a stage 2, so we need to have something to do while we're powering it up or evolving it up. And we do have the Carnivine with the Power Link ability that it says if you have an Arceus or Arceus EX in play, attacks used by this Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So it has the Vine Whip attack that can do 50 when we have our Arceus EX in play. And obviously Arceus EX is also a great attacker on its own. So tying this deck together, we have a 2 Sprigatito, 2 Florigato, 2 Meowscarada, 2 Carnivine, and 2 Arceus. We have 2 Pokeballs, 2 Professor's Research, a Sabrina, a Leaf, a Cyrus, an Iono, a Team Rocket Grunt, and a Red. I think some of these sillier supporters could be cut potentially, like Sabrina and Leaf and Team Rocket Grunt could be cut. Maybe you play some Pokecoms, a second Iono, those sorts of things that help you set up the deck a little bit more. But why not be as disruptive as possible with some of our supporter cards? So we're going to jump into the new ranked ladder here with the Meowscarada and see how we can do here in TCG Pocket. But yeah, I think this deck is a lot of fun. It's been doing relatively all right in some online tournaments. So we'll see how we can do here on the ranked ladder. Looks like we're playing against a little bit of a new player, so we might not be seeing the most real deck in the world necessarily. As can sometimes happen on the ranked ladder here. But looks like we have our Carnivine to start. We're going second. That means we can attack a turn 1. All right. Are there bots on the ranked ladder? Like, if they can't find you a matchup, are they just giving you bots? Because this doesn't make any sense to me, to be honest with you. It could just be a new player who doesn't have a lot of cards yet. That could be the case as well. But it does seem... I'm a bit skeptical. Anyway, we have the attached return onto our Carnivine. Vine Whip going to be doing 50 damage since we have Arceus in play. We've got Florigato and a Meowscarada ready to go for the following turn. But I actually think in this matchup, we're going to just start powering up our Arceus EX. It looks like they don't have any EXs for a Meowscarada to hit more damage into. So we'll evolve into the Florigato, but we're going to attach for turn onto the Arceus EX. And then we'll Vine Whip here for 50, knocking out this Hitmonchan. What is this deck? I don't know. Oh, man. The ranked ladder, especially when you're lower on the ranked ladder, as I am currently, unfortunately, you hit some weird stuff, that's for sure. I'm going to evolve up into the Meowscarada here. And then we're just going to Vine Whip. So, unfortunately, not the most real matchup. First to hit here, game 1 with the Meowscarada deck. But you can see that it's actually functioning quite well. We have the Meowscarada ready to go. Yeah, I think at least this is showing that the deck does function. It sets up, starting out with these Vine Whips on the Carnivine is just really strong, doing 50 for 1 grass energy. It's just great damage output. All right, and we're going to end this game, retreat into the Arceus EX. One-shot this Curlia. And we'll move on to a game 2. While we're moving on to a game 2, don't forget to hit a like on this video. If you're enjoying our content here, leave a comment down below what you think of the new Meowscarada card. And then hit that subscribe button, as it really does help us grow this channel here at the Zero Lab, bringing all this TCG Pocket content as well as competitive Pokemon TCG content, kind of bringing you through my season as I work towards my World's Invite. All right, jumping into a game 2 here with the Meowscarada deck. All right, going first this time up against a Psychic deck. Starting the Arceus. Got a pretty good hand. We have Pokeball Double Research. Opening the game with Double Research is always great. We definitely want to find a Carnivine to start attacking early. We have our Leaf to retreat out of this Arceus, which is nice. There's our Carnivine. All right, we couldn't have asked for a better draw off that Pokeball. Florigato and Sprigatito. All right. Couldn't have asked for a much better start here. And the turn there, we'll Leaf out of the Arceus to start attacking with the Carnivine. Get that Florigato evolved. Waiting on our opponent here. Attach for turn, research. Abra coming down. They're moving kind of slow for the few actions they're making, unfortunately. Come on, opponent. There's the attack. Alright, we got our second Carnivine. I'm going to hold on that for now. We're going to play the Leaf. Retreat into the Carnivine. Attach for turn to our Carnivine. Evolve up into the Florigato. Do we want to bench the second Carnivine? Maybe we do. That seems fine. I'll just Vine Whip here for 50. Kadabra from our opponent there. Attach return onto the Mischievous. Do they have the Mismagius EX? Does Mismagius EX do 80? Or does it do 70? I can't remember. If it does 80, that would be unfortunate for us. I believe it attacks for 2 energy. There's a research from our opponent. Pokeball. There's the EX. It does do 70. Then it confuses. Because of that confusion, we'll probably just retreat out of this Carnivine into the other Carnivine. Our opponent is approaching their time limit, however. Not sure what they're doing. We'll see if they even get the attack off. No attack. All right. I'm not sure what our opponent's doing, but they're doing it. All right. We're going to evolve up into the Meowscarada. We'll get that energy drop onto it as well. Research here. And then just a Vine Whip onto the Mismagius. I do love the look of the full arts in this game. They do look really nice. Spending lots of time waiting for our opponent in this game, sadly. Potion, putting them just out of range, except we do have the red in hand. And we'll probably be attacking with the Meowscarada next turn. This game really does waste a lot of time waiting for opponents sometimes. I wish the timers were a little bit shorter between actions, because the games are already supposed to just be pretty quick. I think that's the point of Pocket, and I do wish these between action timers were a little bit longer, or sorry, a little bit shorter. They're a little bit too long for my tastes. There's the attack into our Carnivine. That's all right. We're just going to retreat here. Our Meowscarada doing 130 to this Mismagius. Waiting for our opponent to return. Hopefully things move quickly here. We really have to wait a minute and a half. Come on. It's those things that I think could be making the game a little bit more optimized to make these games just go a little bit faster. I think the point of Pocket should be for games to go a little bit faster than the regular TCG, and just having these turn timers be so long between actions are not good. We just end up waiting around, sadly. But once again, the Meowscarada deck working, showing you that this deck is good. It's just unfortunate we haven't hit a real opponent yet. $20 more seconds. Maybe skip ahead 20 seconds as we wait for this game to end. Unfortunate that this is how things happen sometimes. Yeah, I think that's certainly a fix they could bring to the game, is just shortening those timers. A lot of time spent waiting that shouldn't be. But we'll go into a game 3 here. Hopefully we can get a real game with the Meowscarada deck. But 2-0 with it so far, right? It's working. It's functioning. Tails means we're going second this time. Starting Carnivine would be sick. We did start the Carnivine. We've got Research in hand, so not a bad start at all. If we can find an Arceus doing 50 turn 1 with Carnivine, is very good. Looks like we're going up against Darkrai as well. We will be hitting Darkrai for weakness. This could be the Darkrai Giratina deck, and I'd be interested to see how this matchup goes for sure. They're starting off with their own Research. Means probably not getting this Darkrai out of the active spot this turn, which is great for us. We're going to be hitting it for hopefully 70 if we can find our Arceus. Research here drawing us 2. There's a second Carnivine, and there's the Arceus. We will bench the second Carnivine. I think in this matchup, the Carnivines are quite good. And then Vine Whip here at 470 with that weakness on the Darkrai EX. They've got a Scorpion here. Got the Pokemon Center related to heal off some of that damage, so they're going to survive another turn. Even with the red, we can't quite get enough damage. So we're going to play Research here. There's a Sprigatito. I'm going to attach to the Arceus. We just want to make sure he's powered up. And then Vinewood here, 470. There's a Research from our opponent. So probably not retreating this Darkrai this turn, so I think we have this game pretty much locked up. I think it's going to be tough for them to recover from us taking the first 2 points here with a 1-prizer. Pass back over to us. Attach for turn onto the Arceus, and then Vine Whip will take the knockout here. I've not seen this Drapion. Let's see. Cross Poison. Flip 4 coins. 40 damage for each heads. If at least 2 of them are heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is not poisoned. All 4 heads? That's alright. We've got the knockout here on the Drapion with our Arceus EX. We just got to bench this Sprigatito. And that will get us our last point. Alright, bench the Sprigatito, attach for turn, and Ultimate Force for 130 will take our last point here. So, as you can see, there's so many strong attacking options with this deck. The Carnivine early game, the Meowscarada, and the Arceus for late game. Both very strong attacking options. Both do 130. The Meowscarada obviously does it as a 1-prizer, but only into EXs. You can boost that damage with the red. So, I actually think this deck is very strong, and despite the fact that we didn't get a ton of great games with it, we did win all of them. The deck did function the way you want it to function. And so I think that is a lot in favor of this deck, and I hope you guys give it a shot. But if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.